Hello and welcome to WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Today we're going to find out about Mentors for Youth. Now I know you've heard of it, or you may have known it under another name, but let's find out more about that. As the executive director, the new executive director for Mentors for Youth has joined us in the studio, and that is Courtney Knies. Courtney, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me. We're really excited. I'm excited to be back in town and just get to share with people what Mentors for Youth is up to and what our plans are for this coming year.
Well, let's talk about Mentors for Youth, maybe a little history on Mentors for Youth.
Yeah, Mentors for Youth is really proud of our heritage in this community. We've been supported in this community since 1987 when we were founded as Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Du Bois County. And since that, so in 26 years, we've been able to support over 1,000 matches in the county with getting youth and adults into positive relationships with one another for the mentor's sake. So we're really excited and really glad to have that support and to build on that in coming years.
Why is there a need for Mentors for Youth in Du Bois County?
There's definitely a need for mentors everywhere. Every individual can benefit from a mentor no matter the age or their background, but specifically in Du Bois County I have some statistics here that I'll look at. There's actually 7,416 children enrolled in kindergarten through 12th grade in Du Bois County. So the number of children that we have in this community is definitely immense. And of those children, we have about 30% are on free and reduced lunches, which is an indication of some financial need and within the family. So we really want to serve all kinds of youth, but the need in this community is great. Although our median household income, which I just find really interesting, is $53,814 here in Du Bois County. But again, when we go back to 10% of children ages 0 to 17 are also living in poverty. So this community has great things and great assets, but there still is a need, and we want to bridge that gap to show everyone the support that they need in their crucial growing up years.
In the title, Mentors for Youth, the word mentor, and you mentioned, you kind of stressed mentors a lot. What is a mentor? What is the program?
Right. Mentors for Youth, the program that we have right now is a very traditional program where we take an adult mentor, 16 years or older, and match them with a child who's 6 to 14 years of age. A mentor, all of us hopefully can think of a mentor in our life. It's an adult who's reached out to us, who's cared for us. It's not necessarily someone who's done big, extravagant things with us, but also someone who's cared, had intentional conversations with us, who's helped us process through our own issues and our own problems, who's shown us new ways of thinking. A mentor is someone that spends time with us and just genuinely cares. So the mission statement of Mentors for Youth is actually to facilitate mutually beneficial relationships between youth and adults to better the individuals and the community. Because when we're able to build up the next generation can also teach the current generation of leaders. It really is a stress on that mutually beneficial, that the mentor and the youth can benefit. And if they're benefiting and have positive relationships, they can have increased self-esteem, increased performance academically and socially, then the community is also going to benefit from that in the future and today.
Now, you just took over, but let's look back at 2013 a little bit. What were the successes there?
Right. In 2013, we're really excited about all that we were able to accomplish, and I'm grateful to come into the organization at this time. We had 90 children enrolled in the program in 2013, with 45 actively matched, where we had the youth and the mentor meeting regularly. We were also able to sponsor 10 group outings, so all 90 children that were enrolled in the program were able to attend these group outings with their mentors. Sometimes they were also able to bring families. To one of those, we give back to school supplies to families and to the children and their siblings, whether they're enrolled in the program or not. So we were able to serve 60 children with back to school supplies. At the holiday time, it's always a generous time of giving. We were able to support 45 children with Christmas gifts, and these are needs like socks and some clothing and warm hats and gloves, so to be able to support those families in that way. And then also we have a fun program where we are able to grant a $1,000 scholarship to a past youth who's enrolled in the program to give them that opportunity to go on to higher education.
Now we enter 2014. What are your goals for this year?
For 2014, we still have a lot to accomplish. The need in the community is still great. Currently, we have 39 children on the waiting list waiting for mentor volunteers to be in their life. And of those 39, 23 have never been matched, and many of them have been on the waiting list for a year. So it's really our goal to get all of them matched, to have at least 75 active matches, and to not have any youth waiting on a mentor for more than a year. But in order to do that, we definitely need the community's help.
Okay, now you have a lot of kids on the list, but you're always looking for new kids.
Right, right.
How do you enroll somebody, or how do you qualify?
Yeah,
that's a good question.
Right. Those are great questions. Again, everyone in the community can benefit from mentors, no matter their age, but with our program specifically, any youth is welcome to enroll if they can express a need for a mentor, either socially or academically, if you can see that there's going to be a benefit in those situations. So in order to qualify for our program, youth just has to be enrolled. We have an application available on our website, which is mentors4youth.com. And the application is simple, and then after that, there's an interview with the parent. We have a caseworker on our staff, and she interviews the parents, interviews the children, does some home visits, gets some references from school. So it's just basically a get-to-know-you process so that we're able to find a mentor who can really benefit you in your particular situation. So if you know of a youth who might benefit from this program, definitely check out our website.
Okay, now there's plenty of kids in line waiting, and you're always looking for more, but probably your biggest challenge is finding mentors.
Right.
Who can be a mentor,
right,
and what's the process
yeah.
there?
Anyone who has a caring heart and attitude for youth in our community can definitely be a mentor. Again, the application is on our website, but it's a simple process. We do basic background checks. Anyone who's 16 years of age or older, so even high school students are welcome to be mentors for some of our younger youth. We ask our mentors to commit to spending time with their youth 2 hours every other week for a month. And what that really boils down to, I was doing the math the other day, is 48 hours a year. We're asking for individuals who can spend 48 hours a year having those intentional conversations, showing a youth in our community that they care. We're not asking you to do elaborate trips with them and do crazy things. We often get the question, well, what kind of conversations do I have, or what do I do as I don't have a family of my own, or I do have a family so I don't have the time to do that. We're asking you to go on a walk with these kids and have that intentional conversation. We're asking you to take them to the park. We're asking you to, when you're out doing your grocery shopping, to take them along, just to spend time with them. It doesn't have to be the special things. Now, again, we have the outings and the other fun trips that and activities that we can do and help you do, but it really is just, if you have a heart for reaching out to kids, the results that happen in these relationships are amazing.
So you really don't have to be like somebody with a social worker degree because you're not going to necessarily deal with really heavy situations.
Right, not at all, yeah. All of us definitely have a story to tell and have a background, and many of the youth in our program have some unique circumstances, but again, we work closely with you. Our caseworker works with you. Actually, the first time that the youth and the mentor meet, our caseworker goes along to make sure that the relationship is beneficial. It's not you volunteer and we send you out on your own, never to be heard from. We really want to walk alongside you in your relationships with the children. So you don't have to have a special background. You don't have to meet any kind of crazy requirements. It really is just, if you're passionate about young people, if you can remember a mentor in your life and what they did in your life and just are able to pass that along. That's what we're asking for.
If people start mentoring, do they generally continue that? I mean, if you start mentoring, let's say a 10-year-old, you're probably going to be helping them out all the way till they're 18.
Yeah, many of our matches last for longer than a year. So again, the minimum requirement is a year, and that's because studies show time and time again that that's when the benefits really start in the relationship, is after a year's time. So if you start as an adult, if you start with someone who's age 10, you might be officially matched with them until they graduate high school, or depending on circumstances, if you do have to move on with your match, we can find another mentor to work with that child in those situations. And time again, being out in the community and in my new role and getting to talk with people, I've heard so many great stories about people who have moved to this community or have been in another community or have been in this community for a while, talking about their past mentees, the youth that they used to work with, and how they're not officially in the program any longer, but many of them have been invited to the youth wedding or seen them graduate. So these relationships really do last a lifetime, although the dynamics might change over time.
Do you have any statistics on whether mentoring really works?
Yeah.
What effect does it make?
Mentoring definitely works. We see improvements again after a year of mentoring. We see improvements socially, academically, and personally in the youth. Big Brothers Big Sisters did a big study in 2009, and I just think these numbers are really they really tell a story that 94% of the current youth in the program who are being mentored say that they have the confidence to achieve their goals. So that's 94% of children who are coming from sometimes some unique backgrounds, and just all of us have different life circumstances, but 94% say that they have the confidence to look forward to their goals. And then Big Brothers Big Sisters also turned around and asked alumni of the program, so youth who used to be enrolled in the program and now are grown and on their own, and 90% of those alumni said that the mentor in their life made them feel better about themselves. So again, that self-confidence is just huge. I think we can all think about times when our self-confidence is healthy, how we're able to go out and serve others and improve the community and have great lives. And 86% of those alumni mentioned that they now lead a fulfilling life, believe that what they're doing in life is purposeful and giving back. So that's, again, great when you look at their growth from a child to an adult, that they can lead that fulfilling life because a mentor in their life was able to help them and encourage them.
Now, obviously, like all nonprofit and the good work that people do, it takes money. So you do events throughout the year, or you're always taking donations, but you have a big event coming up.
Right.
And this may seem like it's way far away, but really people need to start forming teams now.
Right.
And that's Super Strikes.
Yeah.
Or the old bowl for kids' sake.
Yeah, this is our 26th annual Super Strikes event, which is really fun and exciting. So this year, the dates are April 4th and 5th, and those will be at Easttown Lanes here in Jasper, and also on April 12th at Breakaway Lanes in Huntingburg. So we're grateful for the two alleys to host us. To be part of Super Strikes, we just ask that you're on a team of 1 to 5 individuals. So if you want to be on a team solo with a couple, with a group of friends, coworkers, or distant acquaintances, you can use this as a fun social activity. Each individual we ask to raise a minimum of $50 to go towards our cause. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so your contributions are always tax deductible. Individuals can also donate online. But our goal for Super Strikes this year is to raise $37,500. That is a significant portion of our budget in order to continue to reach the 90 children currently enrolled in our program, and to think of some new ways to reach even more youth in the county. So it's a great, fun way to get involved. You can, again, register your team online at mentorsforyouth.com. And this year we're also just added a Friday night event. So on Friday night we have 2 bowling times, and we're asking for groups of people to raise a minimum of $75 for that event. And with the increased donation, we're going to throw in a pizza and a pitcher, so you can just hang out with your friends on a Friday night if waking up on Saturday morning isn't what you feel like doing.
Okay, so if you'd like to become involved in Mentors for Youth, either as a mentor or would like to have a child enrolled, or want to be part of the Super Strikes event, you can go to your webpage, or you have Facebook.
Correct. We have Facebook and Twitter. So facebook.com/mentorsforyouth, and our Twitter handle is also mentors4youth. We're constantly sharing information about how to be better mentors. We're sharing information generally about the children in our program, the impact that we're able to make, looking at the breakdown of where the children on the waiting list are. So there's tons of resources for us. So we definitely encourage your involvement in Super Strikes, becoming a mentor, enrolling a youth, or just supporting us generally throughout the year, because we can't do this without the backing of the community. And we wouldn't have been able to do this for 26 years has it not been for this great community. So we're very grateful for that.
Well, Courtney, thank you very much for coming and being our guest. Our guest has been Courtney Knies. She is the Executive Director for Mentors for Youth. Make sure you help them out any way that you can. We appreciate you taking the time to come to be on the show.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you for watching WJTS in Form. We are local people watching local people.